Hey, Bolo buddies, thanks for watching. Okay, we have 50 bolos, 50 unexpected bolos coming at ya, and this is part 3 of my 50 unexpected bolos series, or whatever I'm going to call it. I'm going to make a playlist with some of these longer videos, so when you have time to really sit down and dig in, you're going to get 50 all at once. So this is my third one like this. The other two have done really, really well. So I'm just going to keep it going because obviously people are watching it and liking it because I'm getting lots of views and people are watching it. You know, I mean, I can tell how long people watch each video, and these ones are doing really well. So I'm going to keep bringing them to you. I'm assuming you guys like them. If you don't like them, don't watch them and watch something you like. I've got lots of good stuff. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. And I've got some awesome featured sellers that I either just shared or that are coming soon. I'm recording several today, so I'm not sure if I'll post this first or those first. So either way, they're coming at you soon. All right, thanks for watching, and we're going to get started here. I am going to try to move through them quickly because there are 50. Okay, so the first one is this vintage Barbie clone. And I posted this one in my Facebook group, and I was like, it's a Barbie clone, you know? And I guess some of these are pretty high dollar also. This one, 46 bids, went for $404.99. So really cool. And she is just interesting looking. I mean, look at that hair. That is wild. Pretty cool. All right. The next one here is, and some of these if you're in my Facebook group, you will have seen these before, but I know a lot of times people will click on the link, they'll go in and check out what the auction's at, and then they forget about it and they never go back and see what it sold for. So this way, we have a little time capsule of what it sold for. All right, so we've got this retro Coca-Cola antique Coke cooler, and it's still in the box, and it sold for $355 with 33 bids. Pretty awesome. Detective Fiction Weekly, a lot of 17. These are 10-cent books from 1936. These things are awesome, and they go for big money. There's 17 of them, and they went for $554.05. 33 bids. Again, I'm bringing you auctions because I like auctions because I know that it shows that more than one person wanted the item. And if it doesn't say that it was relisted, I kind of assume that it got paid for. Not always, but usually when somebody doesn't pay for something, the first thing a seller does is they go in and they click relist. So, and that is your first hint that they did not pay. All right, the next one here is, again, I don't know if this is allowed or not. Before you go selling cigarettes, please check the rules and the guidelines. These are vintage, and I don't know if that makes a difference, but don't get in trouble. But these cigarettes sold for $61 with 37 bids. And they are vintage, so people aren't smoking them probably. I mean, maybe they are, I don't know. Stranger things have happened. 2 vintage Ironworkers Spud Wrench. And these sold for $122.50 with 52 bids. All right, so we all know that real silverware goes for a ton of money, but we also know that the silver plate silverware does not go for as much money. So this one kind of surprised me a little bit. It's 32 pieces, it's a mixed lot, and they're just saying for like arts and crafts, but it sold for $149.50. So I'm kind of like second guessing all that silverware that I walk past because there's only 32 pieces here. And it's not free shipping. They sold shipping, or they charge shipping. I mean, I don't know. Maybe people will make jewelry out of these, but these are like thicker, so you can't really make anything out of those. I don't know, guys. So just something to think about. I don't know if this seller got lucky. Let's look at the bid history. So it looks like maybe 3 bidders. But the winning bidder had 159 feedback, so I don't know. All right, this Nike 80s Air Jordan Dunk shirt. And I want to look at the bid history on this one too. 22 bidders, so it's definitely something. If you see this shirt, it sold for $342. It's got the little Nike shoe hanging off the shoulder. $342, guys, for a t-shirt. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of this stoneware. This is a crock butter jar. And I don't know if there's like, right here, I guess, this would be the branding on the bottom. It says Red Wing, but that doesn't look like a G, but maybe it is. Anyway, this sold for $285 with 29 bids. All right, this is a Tommytron electronic tabletop arcade game, and it sold for $127.50, 26 bids. So I just did a video over the weekend, and it was a seller selling a bunch of like games like this and consoles and then video games and everything. They started at $1. And you can find this video in my on my YouTube channel. It's down in there. I think it says, I can't remember what the title is, but you'll see it. But there were tons of these games, and there were a ton of them that were still like at $1, and some of them that had no bids. And I was like, you guys go buy this stuff and resell it and let me know. I don't know if anybody did, but if you did, let me know. But my point in telling you this is I'm guessing that maybe some of the stuff didn't sell and that they're going to auction it again. So you might want to check it out. Again, I had a horrible migraine the day that the listings were ending, so I did not get a chance to go in and research anything. So I have no clue. But I'm guessing if you can pick up a vintage like handheld game that you can, I mean, at least sell it for 20, right? I don't know. Anyway, vintage Oshkosh Bagosh. Ooh, I've got 2 or 3 in this video because I just love them. I think it's so cool. But these are going for big money. So if you see any of these, I mean, they have to be cute. Some of the plain ones aren't going for as much. It's not every single one, but the really cute ones, this one went for 110 with 42 bids. This is an old maid card game, and I posted one of these earlier, and I think it went for like 100. But this one went for 46, which I think is still good if you can pick this up like at a garage sale for $1. 30 bids. Okay, this one I just think is cool. It's a Matt Dillon figure. I don't know how they know that's Matt Dillon, but maybe it says it, or maybe it just looks like him. I don't know. But it's a vintage Marks Gunsmoke playset Matt Dillon figure. I mean, one of the little figures, the little small figures. $116.50, guys. Wow. 19 bids. It must be hard to find. All right, so this is a vintage 1950s Madame. All right, you can just laugh at me. I don't care. Alexander Sissy doll? Yeah. Anyway, satin dress. And this went for $100, 18 bids. All right, I don't know what this thing is. It looks like a little, it says rubber jiggler toy from 1979, and it's a vampire. I mean, it looks like just like a little plastic toy by Mattel. This thing went for $79 with 17 bids. Amazing. All right, so we got this Walt Disney Mickey Mouse lunchbox kit with thermos. It sold for $310. It looks to be new, 31 bids plus shipping. This is a vintage Tiger chewing tobacco store tin. It sold for $100 with 38 bids. Again, I have no idea what this picture is, but definitely do your research, guys. Just because there's one person that sells it for that, that does not mean it's going to sell for that every time. So always search comps. Okay, Mad Magazine, lot of 16. These are from 1955 to 1958. These sold for $208. There's 16 of them, and they sold for $208 with 41 bids. So if you see the Mad Magazines, definitely be on the lookout for those. All right, so this is a huge lot of 2.5 pounds of vintage 1980s Legos, minifigures, people, weapons, tools, and animals. This sold for $292 with 30 bids. All right, you gotta love Barbie heads. I mean, come on, vintage Barbie heads. Everybody needs vintage Barbie heads. Here's 70 Barbie heads. Francie, Skipper, Casey. They all need TLC. These sold for $202. How fun is this? It's kind of creepy. 48 bids plus shipping. The next one here is this vintage striped men's convict prison overalls jumpsuit costume, 5X. Anyway, I don't know if this is like really a prison jumpsuit or if this is just a costume, but it sold for $76 with 44 bids. I don't know how someone would have it if it's real because they don't let you take those home. All right, vintage antique brass 5-wheel letter combination lock. This thing is old and awesome, and it sold for $483 with 44 bids and free shipping. Okay, Tommy Pokemon lot, 100 plus figures. Here you go, guys. This sold for $127.50 with 43 bids. Okay, this is a Remco Mr. and Mrs. Mouse with house playset. How cute is this? Oh my goodness, so cute. Sold for $195.50, 40 bids plus shipping. All right, we got this vintage Pyrex. It's a Big Bertha. And it sold for $1,200 with 28 bids. Now, I will tell you, not all vintage Pyrex is created equal. I've got a couple videos on Pyrex if you want to check it out. I made the assumption that all Pyrex was big money when I first started looking for bolos, and I was wrong. So most of it is not worth big money, but if you can find the pieces that are, woo, buddy, you can make some money. All right, we've got this 3-speed fan, and we actually have one of these, and I hate it because I just think it seems so unsafe. I'm like, what if I accidentally stick my hand in there and it like is going? I hate it. Hate it. It's right by our bed, and my husband uses it at night, and I'm just like, oh, I hate it. Anyway, I want to put it on eBay, but this one sold for $174.50 with 22 bids. All right, this is a miniature dollhouse figure. It's a mama bunny pulling a baby on a wagon. Super cute. I'm trying to see. So, okay, so here's like, I guess this is to kind of show scale. This is a little dollhouse, so you can see it like sits on the little mini dollhouse furniture. How adorable is this? Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I don't think it's $344.89 cute, but obviously some people thought it was worth $344.86. You guys, it's miniature. I mean, it's teeny tiny. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, yeah, 65 bids. All right, so these are Build-A-Bear, How to Train a Dragon, and the Dragon Build-A-Bear seem to be to have high solds right now. I don't know if that's like a show that's out or if this was like limited edition. Not all Build-A-Bear go for big money, but if you see a Dragon Build-A-Bear, look it up, see what comps are looking like. It might be something you'll want to grab. $93, 23 bids for these. Okay, so these are 1950s. They're little hot rod lapel and hat trophy pins. There's 4 of them here. These sold for $381.59 with 34 bids. All right, we got a Lincoln wheat penny. We've talked about these in my Facebook group. Not all of them go for big money. Somebody, I think, said there's a lot that are fake. I don't know really anything about it. But this penny sold for $260 with 64 bids. All right, adult vintage Depends diapers, and it says green, so I guess they're green. There's 22 briefs in here, and these sold for $103 with 11 bids. I don't know if all Depends sell for big money. Again, search comps before you buy them. Here's a lot of 24 sewing patterns. These sold for $107.50 with 21 bids. All right, here's another Oshkosh little floral romper, sold for $152.50 with free shipping, 16 bids. All right, these are Nancy Ann's Storybook dolls. There's a lot of 20. They're bisque. And here's what they look like. I don't know if this is like a complete set or what's going on here, but it says with frozen legs. They sold for $143.50 with 59 bids. All right, we all know about the blow molds for Christmas. Easter blow molds are a big one also. These sold for $250, 45 bids plus shipping. Okay, so this vintage Barbie swirl ponytail, I'm assuming, let's see, no neck split or nose nip, dot on one ear, scratches and dents with stains on doll, Barbie tag outfit, black shoes, smoke-free home. Okay, so I will tell you, it looks like this is coming with the outfit. I sold this outfit, and mine, the fur on the cuffs and on the neckline here was pretty bad on mine. My hat was like mint. I think I sold the hat for $50. I want to say the skirt and the jacket I sold separately, but I had around, I did a video on it. If you want to know exact numbers, you can check out my video. I think it's like how I turned $2 into 200 or something like that. I think that's the name of the video. But this was one of the things that I got. And I want to say mine went for around 150 just for the outfit. So if the Barbie has some value, then this makes sense because it went for $207.50 with 45 bids. But that outfit right there, if you find that outfit, it's big money. All right, so this is Safari Schley, I think it's pronounced. There's zoo animals and looks like farm animals. But these, this brand isn't, I mean, I don't know. They're kind of, I don't want to say expensive, but for what you're getting, I mean, it's a little animal. I think some of them are like $12 just for one of them, maybe more. Here's the little tag. I have some of these actually posted right now, but mine's a smaller lot. But this went for $113.50 with 46 bids. All right, I don't know what this thing is, but it's a posable noodle, the baby snake. Wood splitterly. I have no idea. But it's kind of cool. But this thing sold for $330, 29 bids. Okay, so this is a Boy Scout vintage Sterling Eagle Scouts badge in the original box. And this sold for $100.99 with 49 bids. Okay, so here's a huge lot of vintage fountain pens and pencils. It says Parker and Schaefer, which are good brands. And I'm guessing that somebody saw something that caught their eye because this went for $436 with 81 bids. All right, the next one here is this vintage sporting and hunting fishing lure, duck decoy, book knife. It's a whole lot of fishing, it looks like, stuff, and I don't know. But you can look at the pictures. It went for $290, 22 bids. That may be a reseller buying that. Okay, so this is a Sinclair Dino soap, and some of these go for a lot of money. Haven't seen as many lately when I've been searching solds, but I did see this one. It had 12 bids and sold for $36. I mean, it's just a little soap. 36 bucks. Another Oshkosh that went for $88. Again, it's the floral print. Okay, this is cool. These are Army college football player photos. How cool is that? And this went for $227.50. And they're from 1914 to 1918. Okay, so this is a very rare, it's a beverage bottle. Is it Puget or Puget Sound is the name on the bottle. It sold for $595 with 23 bids. Okay, here's an Ice Cube bootleg wrap tee. It sold for $380 with 46 bids. All right, blank audio cassettes, and they're 100 high position HD8 Denon. Don't know what any of that means, but it must mean that they are high dollar because they sold for $124.50 with 52 bids. All right, the next one here is this vintage Barbie Perfume Pretty from 1987. And most of the pink boxes, from what I understand, don't go for a lot, but this one went for $130 with 50 bids, plus shipping. All right, this is a root beer soda pop 5-gallon syrup can crate. $202.50 with 30 bids. All right, I did a video on coupons. Be sure to check that out, but be careful. Somebody in my Facebook group actually just had I guess a rule violation where their listing was removed because they posted a coupon that they weren't allowed to post. So in my video, it does tell you the rules for posting coupons, but there is definitely money to be made. Just do it safely and correctly so that you don't get in trouble. So this is 6 Similac formula coupons totaling $52. Somebody paid $33 plus shipping. So they basically spent $35 and they got $52. All right, 4-piece setting of Fire King vintage jadeite divided plates. These sold for $281.25 with 41 bids. And the last one is this vintage Steiff Tiger hand puppet. And I have seen these go for a lot more. This one's actually pretty low. I think they would have done better if they would have maybe had this as their first picture. This one, because you can hardly see him. But he sold for $152.50, which is still awesome, with 42 bids. All right, guys, that concludes 50 Unexpected BOLOs Part 3. Stay tuned for Part 4. I'll be doing that probably next month. I don't know. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that down below. And have an awesome day.